What's up, YouTubers? It's Schleich Horse Lover 200 here again, and today's video is going to be something new. So this is going to be a brand new series I'm starting. So it's called Tack Tip Tuesday. So basically every other Tuesday I'm going to make one of these videos, and I'm just going to be sharing with you guys some of my tips and ideas for Schleich horse tack making. So this Tuesday, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the perfect homemade stirrup for on your homemade saddles. And I'm also going to be showing you how to make really nice homemade buckles for on your bridles and halters and just about anything you want to put a buckle on. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get into it. Alrighty, so for your materials, you're going to need some wire, and I have a few different wires here I'm going to show you. So I like to use 18 gauge wire. It's just my favorite for stirrup and buckle making. So I have a whole bunch of different colors. So this here is dark silver wire, and it's my favorite wire, as you can see, because I've almost used all of it. And it just looks really good with the color of jump rings I buy. And then I also have some gold wire here. And this is brand new. I haven't got into this one yet, but it's just like the dark silver one, only it's gold. And then I also have some bright silver wire, and this wire is a bit too thick, but I still use it on some things. And then you're also going to need a pair of small needle-nosed pliers. So these are my favorite. I just really like them because they're super small, and yeah, so I use these ones. And then you're also going to need a pair of wire cutters, and I like these small ones. I actually got these out of my brother's toolkit, and I use them for tack making, and they work really good. Alrighty, so now that we have our materials, we can begin. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your needle nose pliers in your wire, and you're going to take the end of the wire and run it through, like, in between your needle nose pliers and in the way back, okay? And then you're going to leave a little bit stick out on the other side, and then you're just going to take your wire and fold it over the pliers, over the top of the pliers, just to the other side, and then you're going to pull it out of the pliers, and if it's a bit funny shaped, you can just bend it around to make it look right. And then you're going to take your wire cutters and you're going to cut it off of the spool of wire, and you're going to make sure you can you want to make sure you leave a little bit of wire when you cut it, so that way you can just take your pliers and you can bend that wire up. So the reason why we do this is just so when you put it on your stirrup, it doesn't slip out, and it just works really good. And then you can take the little bit of wire that might be sticking out on the end and just cut it off with your pliers. And now you have a nicely made stirrup. So once again, the reason why I like to take the wire and bend it up over the stirrup at the end there is because if you were to take them two wires that cross and just cut them even, I find that on the stirrup, the ribbon is so thin that the stirrup just slips, like the ribbon just slips through the stirrup right there, and then they fall off all the time. So when you bend it up though, it keeps the ribbon on the saddle from slipping through, and it's just much better. So I really hope that all makes sense. But yeah, so anyways, now we are going to make a buckle. So you're going to need the exact same things. You're going to need your wire and your pliers to start with, and you're just going to stick your wire in between your pliers. And just to let you know, the farther back on your pliers you put your wire, the bigger the buckle's going to be. And then you're just going to wrap the wire around the end, around your pliers, like I'm doing here. And then you're just going to pull it off. And yeah, so it should look like that when it's attached to the spool. And then you're going to take your wire cutters and you're just going to cut it off like this, so that way it's not attached to the spool anymore. And then these little bits of wire sticking out there, I'm just going to trim them off, so that way they look nice and neat. And then once it's all trimmed, it should look like this. And then you're going to take your pliers again and my pliers are tangled up in my wire. But you're going to take your pliers and you're going to put your buckle in between your pliers, and you're just going to squeeze the buckle. So I like to squeeze mine as hard as I can, and that way the buckle is all squished together, and once again, that way the ribbon can't slip through the buckle. So I noticed before I did this, my ribbons would always slip through. So as you can see here, the wire is nicely squished together. That way, like I said, the ribbons don't slip through, and then it's a really nice buckle. So now I'm just going to kind of show you how I like to use these buckles. So I put them on halters and bridles and just about everything. So you're going to thread your ribbon through one of the ends of the buckle. So you're just going to pull it through, and then you're going to loop it around. So you're going to take your ribbon and loop it around and thread it through the other little end of the buckle. So it should look like this, just like that, once it's threaded through. And then I like to pull it to the end, and I would glue it down. So you're going to glue it down, but don't glue it down so where the buckle can't move, if that makes sense. And then you're going to take the other end of the ribbon and you're going to thread it through the top. So basically you loop it around and then thread it through the top, and then you thread it through the bottom as well. And this here is just an example of how you use a buckle. And then yeah, it should look like this, and these buckles work really good, so you can adjust it to all different sizes. So you can pull it tighter and looser, and as you can see, the ribbon doesn't slip through, so it's really nice. Alright everybody, so that's how I make buckles and stirrups for on my miniature homemade tack. If this week's Tack Tip Tuesday was helpful to you, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this one. I will see you all next time. Bye guys!